In previous lecture, we saw how to create an admin user and add that user as part of a team. Now over here, you can see that I am right now at the events menu, and here I can just go ahead and click on this add role. When I do that, I can see this select teams option coming up. Let's go ahead and do that. Now here I can see admin as the team appearing. Click on add. So what we have done is we have added this team as a role. And now what I want to do is I want to give all the permissions to this admin team. So any user can read, users can create and read, but a team can only go ahead and create, read, update, and delete any event. Let's click on update over here. Similarly, we will be doing the same thing with the storage. So here on storage, we have this images, and under settings, I can go ahead and add this role again. So I'll say select teams, I'll select the team, click on add, and here I'll be providing all these options. Click on update. So here we have set everything. Now, to allow only admin users to work with this data, like they can go ahead and delete or update an event, we need to integrate this in our web application. And to do that, we will have to head over to the docs provided by Appwrite. And here you can see we have certain functions like list teams, create team, get team. Here, first of all, we'll be making use of list teams, so we'll know what teams we have. We can also go ahead and then specifically identify a given team from that list by providing the team ID. And if the user belongs to that team which has the permissions, they will be able to go ahead and perform those tasks. So let's go ahead and head over to our code. Here, the first thing that we need to do is in our appwrite.ts file under lib, we'll be including teams from Appwrite. And once we have done that, we'll be creating a constant, just like we have been doing for client database storage and account. And once we have this teams with us, the next thing that we need to do is create a new file to take care of the team activities. So that file is going to have all the necessary functions related to teams. So we'll be creating a file, let's call it as user.ts file. And within this, we'll be first of all importing the teams from Appwrite, and then as per the documentation provided by Appwrite, we'll be making use of the teams.list method. So here in this asynchronous function called getTeams, we are using teams.list, which is going to return the teams that we have created. And once we have done this, we will be making use of this getTeams in our hook that we have created. So here under use auth, we'll be first of all importing this getTeams from libuser, and next thing, the context that we have created. So here we'll be introducing a Boolean variable to identify whether the logged in user is admin or not. And similarly, we'll be using the auth state. And in our use auth state, we will be having this setup. Now, once we have this const as admin setup, the next thing that we need to do is head over to our use effect method. And within this, we will be ensuring that we get the teams over here. So under this asynchronous function, we'll have our get teams coming up, and then we will find out whether this is the admin ID or not. So the teams that we will be getting, the list of teams, will be comparing the IDs of those teams with the one that we have decided to be the admin. And for that, we just need to go to this environment local variable and have our team ID mentioned over here. So if the team ID matches with this constant variable, we know that the value that we are getting over here is admin. So accordingly, we'll set this as admin, and here we'll be doing that. set as admin. Finally, when we are returning things, we will be returning it as admin as well over here. And once that's done, we'll be heading over to the page where we have these events displayed. So the delete functionality is basically covered inside the event id.tsx page. And over here, we will be making use of the use auth hook. So here we'll be including the use auth hook, and then we will be going inside the event method, and over here we will be creating this constant. So from use auth, we'll get the is admin extracted. And if I scroll down a bit more, the delete functionality that we have over here, we'll be wrapping this or making it available only for the admin users. So here we'll be providing that conditional statement by wrapping it within this is admin block. Now let's save this and go ahead and execute the application. So here we have launched our application. Let's go ahead and log in now. I'll be providing the admin email ID over here, and now click on submit. Here we'll need to log in and click on that magic link which Appwrite sends, and there we have it. Now we are seeing this logout option. Let's click on any of the events that we have. And as you can see, we have the delete event option available. And now if I go ahead and click on this delete event button, I'll be redirected. And as you can see, the event has been deleted. Now let's go ahead and log out. And we will be logging in with another user who's not admin. Let's click on submit and wait for the email that Appwrite sends. And we have the link now. Here we are. So we can now see the existing events. And if I go ahead and click on any of the existing events, I can see that the delete button is not available at all. So that way, only admin team members can come in and delete this particular event or any of the events that we have in the system.